two fullbacks like they are. I mean, if you put Trent and Robbo in a different team, you'll see totally different players, and you won't see as effective players either. But when you've got players like Virgil van Dijk and Matip or Konate today, when you've got Fabinho that sits there, when you've got Henderson that every time Trent goes, he fills in at right back, the whole team literally do everything for them. Everything. It's unbelievable how they, the team works around their real strengths, and they expose themselves massively. Those centre-halves expose themselves massively. I mean, I guess you would hate to play with those full-backs in many... that sounds stupid, but they're great, but as a centre-half, they're exposing you all the time.
Yeah, and they are at the same time, which is a paradox, they are opponents' best chance because they can't... Because what amazes me is the amount of quality and energy they have. Because let's say... Reece from Chelsea. Reece, he scored today, and he's always in those positions. Marcus Alonso or Ben Chilwell, they are always in those positions, but they have three at the back. These two guys, they are there anyway. Yeah. They are also in those positions, and they don't have three at the back. Now you're saying they have Fabinho. Yeah, but also Chelsea's got three centre-back plus Kante and Kovacic or Jorginho, who are in front of the defense, most of the times behind the ball. These guys are unbelievable. But they are also the reasons, because you can't have everything, also the reasons why West Ham had few chances. Or Inter Milan or Chelsea there. Yeah. Because no matter how Van Dijk and Matip or Konate, who was today, he's a monster. All right. No matter how they are one of the best centre-backs in the world, it's impossible against the good players to keep the whole width on the pitch and the depth.
And speaking of the best centre-backs in the world, by the way, I think we should give a quick mention to Virgil van Dijk, because he actually has set an incredible record. He's never been beaten at home in the Premier League since playing for Liverpool. That's unbelievable.
That is unbelievable, but sometimes he looks too casual, sometimes he looks that he's not on his toes, but he doesn't have to be on his toes. He's such a powerhouse, he's the soul of this team, and he's everything of this team. And he's so confident that he kills the opponent's confidence, When he looks like he doesn't care, and he looks like he's got extra spare gear, or couple of them, and he makes everything looking easy. And I agree with you absolutely. He is giving the license, and he is the reason why Trent and Robertson can go every time, whenever they want.
Yeah.
Well, Trent was involved in the first goal. Robertson in that interview joked that it was a shot. What do you think?
Well, Trent admitted it as well.
Every time he goes there. And that's that focus and anticipation that in this moment Dawson didn't have. And Dawson and almost every defender has to be double focused, because they are normally slower than the strikers.
Yeah. I think it's fascinating as well, Seema, sorry to cut across, because I think a lot of the time when you get taught as defenders, and of course I've been on the other end of it, I've been stood there listening to coaching of defenders because I'm playing up against them. And in that situation, a lot of coaches will say about body shape and things like that, but it's fascinating when you're talking to an ex-centre-half.
Yeah, absolutely.
In terms of, one, what the textbook says, but then two, what is reality? When things are happening so quick, if you start opening yourself up and things like that, you get yourself in a mess. And I felt sorry for Dawson. He should have done better, but I don't think it was body shape that caused him the goal.
Exactly. No. Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. Dawson had to care a little bit more about that space in front of him.
Yeah.
But it's impossible for him to adjust his body shape to see both of it, to see the ball and the player. It's impossible. It's impossible. You can't stop the game. It's not VAR.
Yeah. That's what coaches do. They stop the game and say, do this.
Yeah.
And then you think you've got time, but when the game kicks off, reality kicks in.
Not in this situation.
Yeah.
Impossible.
No.
So that was the first half. But then in the second half, West Ham had a couple of really, really big chances.
They're also vulnerable. And Slaven mentioned before about, how the fullbacks push forward, how that's where a lot of opposing managers will look and think, right, this is how we're going to beat them. So, deep running midfielders as well, the chance in the first half. Things like that all can hurt Liverpool, but if they've got the ball, it's very difficult to stop them.
I often actually ask pundits what it's like at half-time in the dressing room, what the managers are saying. What do you think David Moyes would have been saying to the team at full-time?
At full-time?
Mm-hmm. How do you think he reflects on the game?
Well, he would be at the same time disappointed but he's got a massive game on Thursday against Sevilla, which is like a European game against the big opponents. And he's definitely going to say to his team that we are good enough, but we have to convert the chances. We have to score those chances. Against Sevilla, again, if we play like this, defend like as a team, as a unit, and transition, and with courage, with confidence, we're going to create few chances, definitely, but we got to take them.
Yeah, the Lanzini chance was the one, as everyone knows, as Slaven said. It's, you know, there was a lot of blocks in the game, a lot of opportunities to get a chance, but they weren't necessarily chances. That finish was almost unforgivable. What's going through your head in certain situations is the only thing that you think that could happen. In that situation, honestly, the only thing, when a ball is bouncing for me, I'm just thinking, not over the top, not over, and you do everything you can to get your body over the ball, your knee over the ball, everything. It's because it's just shouting at you that, yeah, go on, hit me hard, because the ball's bouncing. Every physics lesson you'll ever, it's only going to go up. So the one thing in your head is keep it down, keep it down. It's unforgivable to hit that high. It's so obvious that it's going to happen, so you make sure it doesn't happen.
And to make it worse, Lanzini did the difficult part.
Yeah.
He done amazing dummy. Amazing. I saw that was difficult.
Because I was shouting
to see the player. See the player coming from there. Only special player can see that. I can't see that. You could, of course. But so he done that difficult part, and then, but you know what? There's Alisson in front of you.
Yeah, yeah.
And you don't know how much time you have, because you don't know what's happening behind you. You think that, I presume, I was very rarely in these situations, you know, but you presume I have to shoot because somebody is going to come from behind and block me and tackle me.
Yeah, but you're in control. This is Alisson's there. You're in control. There's nothing Alisson can do if you knock it in the corner. So as much as he will have that effect on people, because some will think of other things, what if, you know, and all these things. But from my point of view there, I know if I was in that situation from Lanzini, I'd be thinking, I'm in control, don't hit it high, because this has got all the hallmarks of going up. But Alisson had a really good game as well. You know, it's very, very difficult to beat him, but that was their big chance, West Ham's.
Well, let's head straight back to Anfield now and get some post-match reaction. Man City in the derby tomorrow.
Yeah, big pressure on City, because it looked like a few weeks ago that it's City.
Yeah.
That it's City, and that only they can lose it. But now we just one defeat or whatever. Because it's not, and everybody's talking now, at least in Europe or whatever, what's happening with City. Nothing happened with City. It's just Liverpool made incredible run. City's got also great run. They didn't stop. They lost one game, I think. But Liverpool at the moment, I wouldn't even say that they are playing great at the moment, but they're getting the results. The last 3 games that I saw, and this is last 2 weeks, it's not like 2 months, is Inter at Champions League, in Champions League at Milan, Chelsea in final, and today. And you know that they won, all 3 of them, all right. Won the cup, everything, beat Inter in Milan, they are Italian champions. But they are riding their luck defensively at the moment. So Klopp was fantastic, of course, the way he talked today. What he said to them, what he said to us, that he told them, is like he praised their defending individual, those last gasp tackling. But he said that happened. You have to do it because you are not organized. And they weren't organized today. And Chelsea had 3 or 4 chances, clear.
And you go through these patches in a season.
Yeah, absolutely. And there you go. This is why this was such a significant win today. 3 points between the two. What do you think? Is it going down to the end of the season?
I can't believe I'm saying it, because I said yes all season, then I said no for the last month, and now I'm definitely, it's looking that way. It's going to be a cracker. Every single area of the league scene, you know, the European place is fascinating. The relegation battle is sort of twisted and turns now.
Yes.
A couple of teams are out of it, and of course the title race as well.
That is why we love this sport. Real life drama. We have no idea which way it's going to go. Well, on that note, it's time to say goodbye. Thank you very much. Thank you, Slaven. It's been a pleasure having you in the studio. Thanks for your company as well. On a night that Liverpool closed the gap to Manchester City at the top of the table to 3 points. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.